Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. I'm here for you. Don't you forget it. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Let's do the thing. FedNow Service has no relation with CBDCs, Federal Reserve clarifies. Kuwait bans crypto and virtual asset transactions. Right. Multiple spot crypto ETF applications go to Federal Register in step towards SEC approval. This could be big. And Nasdaq halts launch of cryptocurrency custody services. Are we playing a game of red light, green light, red light, green light? Isn't that what it feels like? FedNow, I would say, is I would call FedNow a red light. Kuwait bans crypto, red light. Multiple spot, green light. ETFs, Nasdaq, red light. Before we go to the market, I'm just going to talk about something that I find kind of interesting. So we've grown a little bit, guys. We've ticked up just a tad, up to 86 subscribers. We are now, right now, making our 134th video. Yes, lots of XRP news. I apologize, but lots of stuff has gone on with XRP. The reason I'm showing you guys this is I find it interesting which videos get traction and which ones don't. So for example, our video from yesterday, 8 views. People did not like the idea of Kennedy backing the dollar, I guess, or no one gives a shit, one or the other. But, or even the XRP wins, 19 views. But last week, or the week before last, excuse me, I guess, 9 days ago, XRP going real estate. This video, we talked about the article where XRP might be used to tokenize real estate. This thing has 1.1 thousand views. Why? I have no absolutely no clue. But whatever. Either way, I find it interesting. I appreciate the views, guys. But I find it very interesting which videos get traction and which ones don't. So outside of that, it's just fun to talk about. Let's go to the market. Current market cap, guys, sitting at 1.22 trillion, up just a little bit from yesterday. Current Bitcoin dominance, 48.3%. ETH dominance at 19 flat. And Gwei is up just a tad. 23 Gwei will get you an ETH transaction. We've ticked up one, if I remember correctly. One tick, 1 pip, 1 point. On the Fear and Greed Index from yesterday, I think yesterday we were at 55. Today we're at 56. I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. Who am I? I have no idea. I'm not important. Right now, what are we looking at? Still looking sideways, guys. Not a ton of movement in the market. 3's here, 4's there, 5's there. Things like that. Yeah, XRP. We're going to talk about XRP too. XRP is still continuing to melt faces. Thank you. Bags are pumping. If you guys are new here, go back a couple months. You can see I've been talking about XRP as being a very, very, very promising investment since I started the channel. Again, not because I'm like hyped on XRP as a project or the way they do their business or what type of token it is. I was just gambling on it. The risk reward ratio to make money, not to hold XRP and use it or be the next dollar or anything like that, but from an investment standpoint to make money off of XRP. The risk reward ratio is looking really good, and I've been telling people that for quite some time. So again, if you guys made money off XRP, high five. Thank you for listening. I hope you took profits. Let's move forward. Cardano is starting to wake up a little bit because Cardano took off when XRP took off. And I'll look at it when we go to the charts, but Cardano took off when XRP took off, but then it just got destroyed. It nuked. I think it nuked harder than any other of the tokens that ran off the XRP news. But it's starting to wake up again. Let's see if it continues to move back up. We'll look at that. Solana 3, Doge 4.5, Matic almost 7. Still, Matic under $1. Damn, that looks good. I might have to get some. DOT 4.72. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can call it kind of a green day. Stellar is still melting faces. But on the weekly, if you look, Stellar's kind of pacing XRP. Looking good, but they're 70% for the week. What is XRP? 71.46 for the week. So they're really pacing each other. So that's cool. Link flying off the handle today. Holy shit. 27.32%, 20% on the day. What's going on with Link? Anyone want to let me know? Link me in. Comments down below. I don't want to do any digging. I'm lazy. Sorry. Threes. 6.45 for Leda Dow. Arbitrum 3.69. Near Protocol 6.24. I guess we could kind of call this a green day. Yeah, MakerDAO 5.56. It's looking like things are actually starting to wake up, man. Synthetics 11.3. We're getting like a... Guys, it's looking like we're getting a mini alt season. Bitcoin looking really stagnant, but everything else is looking like it's getting ready to freaking run. XDC, I don't know what this is. Anyone want to let me know? 10.84 on the day, 25.66 on the week. And that's looking like just about it. DYDX, do your own due diligence. Do your due diligence. 9%. I don't know what DYDX is. 9% of the day, 19.19 on the week. And that looks like it's about it for the top 100. Engine coin? ENJ? Wait, what? Sorry, because we have an INJ, which is engine. Right? Where's INJ? Injective. All right, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. So ENJ, I don't know what this is. It just kind of caught me off guard. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm an idiot. I don't tell you. That's what we're looking at for today, guys. Let's go jump onto Bitcoin. Nothing new. Look, and I've said this this looks heavily manipulated, guys, and it sucks, but it does. It looks like it's being suppressed. Anytime it looks like there's some kind of short squeeze, which is, I'm assuming, what's going on with these giant fast pumps. These wicks possibly causing short squeezes and then pumps. I'm sorry, guys. It climbing and shorts getting liquidated so that it breaks. Anyways, it keeps repeating itself. We get a wick, we get a move up to the upside. Then we slowly scale down, we get a wick, and then we get a move to the upside. We slowly scale down, wick, move to the upside, wick, blah, blah, blah. Same thing, so on and so forth. Which is what happened here. We lost 30. We wicked all the way down to, 29.5-ish. And we slowly built our way back up. And what continues to happen is we'll run up, we'll tick down, we'll come back up, and then this 30,400 level is resistance for a little bit of time, and then we blow up to the top again, come back down, 30,004 resistance, blow up, come back down. Same thing right here, blew off, came back down, 30,400 resistance, broke through it, took off again, resistance, took off again, resistance, came down, coming up, and now we're bouncing off that 30,400 again, getting rejected. Going into the weekend, there's a strong possibility that we're going to blow top, but and then get rejected again until whoever is causing this manipulation lets us run. And I don't know if or when that's going to be, but it is very intriguing. What's going on with the news? UK government rejects lawmakers' call to treat crypto like gambling. I sure as shit hope so. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust among ARK's top ETF performers. Elon Musk, Tesla still holding 184 million Bitcoin. Okay. Nothing important on the news there. This is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and move on to extra. Again, nothing new, guys. You know the levels. Literally nothing has changed. Yesterday I told you we had this green dot printed both of these if you made a trade on this and made some money, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Oh, caveats, side notes. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm a terrible trader. Don't pay attention to me. Don't even waste your time listening to me talk about charts because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Moving on. Let's go to XRP. So when I showed you guys this Monday-ish, we were just starting to break out. Yesterday when I showed it to you, we pretty much got here. We retraced a little bit, then we took off again. So for a total run off of this flag, I think we got 15%. Yeah, just under 15%. If you guys made this play, congratulations. Take some profits. You never go broke taking profits, guys. But what a hell of a run. And we're starting to show a little bit of support right here around this 80,000. I've been looking at Bitcoin way too long. This 80 cents, 81 cents. But the point, I hope you made money. We're going to start looking for more setups on XRP because it's showing a ton of strength at this level. What does it even look like? Let's look at the daily, or let's look at the 12. I'm looking for any kind of pattern setup or anything like that. We are getting a trend line. So here, let's get rid of this triangle. It doesn't matter anymore. We are doing something like this. Woo. This could be hot. On the 12. So on the 12-hour longer time frames, this is a potential setup. I want to see the daily. Yeah, we might range for a little bit. Let's see the 8. It's looking strong on the 8. Dude, I'm telling you, these flags for some reason are turning into the patterns of this cycle. Yeah, let's go back to the 8. The 8's looking strong with this. Bring that back down. And I don't know, man. Look, so many people that trade know patterns at this point. I don't know how viable patterns even are anymore, but it's kind of how I've always traded outside of just support resistance lines. But they seem to be playing out right now. You would think a lot of people, especially for XRP and Bitcoin, you would think the majority of traders might counter trade them or front run them based on so many people knowing about them. But right now, I'm telling you, man, there's always a certain pattern that plays out more than others, depending on or whatever, during whatever cycles, like whatever, part of the cycle we're in. Doesn't matter. Like I've said this a bunch of times in the last couple of weeks. One cycle we were in, it was rounded bottoms were blowing up, and you saw them everywhere. Another cycle was double bottoms, and flags are blowing up right now between Bitcoin and XRP. So I would keep my eye on this for potential. Don't ever forget that each pattern, even though it might be a bullish continuation pattern, has the potential to break to the downside, and you need to be ready for that. You need to know the measured move, etc., etc. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. Outside of that, let's get you guys on the news, get you out of here. I've talked way too much about charts. Yeah, let's rock and roll. FedNow Service has no relation to CBDCs, Federal Reserve clarifies. The Federal Reserve clarified the FedNow Service as quote-unquote ready after it onboarded 41 financial institutions, 15 service providers, and U.S. Department of Treasury to test the system before its launch by the end of July 2023. That is the end of this month. They are putting this thing out. The United States Federal Reserve clarified that its new service for instant payments between organizations, the FedNow Service, has no relation with central bank digital currencies. The Fed certified the FedNow Service as ready after it onboarded 41 financial institutions, 15 service providers, and the U.S. Department of Treasury to test the system before its launch by the end of July 2023. However, the central bank had to clarify that the promise of instant fiat payments and real-time gross settlements is not powered by a CBDC. In a tweet, the Fed stated that FedNow Service is similar to other payment services such as FedWire, FedACH, which work with the boundaries of the fiat ecosystem. It said the FedNow Service is not related to a digital currency. The FedNow Service is a payment service, and the Federal Reserve is making available for banks and credit unions to transfer funds to their customers. The Federal Reserve further confirmed that it has not yet decided on issuing the highly anticipated CBDC. And who's anticipating? Well, I guess we all know it's coming. I guess that would be anticipation. I assume. I kind of naturally think the word anticipation or anticipated seems positive. We're dreading it, to be entirely honest. CBDC and would only proceed with the issuance of a CBDC with an authorizing law. Organizations that have completed certification in the FedNow Service, a shnikey ton of them. God, all of them. All of the big ones. The table above highlights the initial list of participants. However, the Federal Reserve plans to onboard all 10,000 U.S. financial institutions in time to come. On May 11th, the Fed announced the integration of Metal blockchain into the FedNow Service. Metal blockchain is a crypto network developed by Metallica, Metal. Based on a fork of Avalanche's code. According to its documents, the network features a subnet called Xchain that allows developers to enact rules for transferring assets. For example, a token can be issued with the rule that it can only be sent to U.S. citizens or can't be traded until tomorrow. Interesting. Let me know what you guys think about FedNow. Comments down below. Next story. Kuwait bans crypto and virtual assets transactions. Right. Kuwait's Capital Market Authority has officially confirmed the commitment to absolute prohibition of virtually all crypto operations in the country. You hear about this all the time. I feel very sad for people who live in Kuwait. The government's trying to tell their people what they can and can't do with their own money is probably one of the scariest things and most tragic things I've ever heard of. One of the most tragic things. There's tons of other tragic things in the world, but you get my point. If the U.S. were to do something like this here, I would be instantly selling everything I own and fleeing the country. So, moving on. The state of Kuwait is the latest jurisdiction to ban virtually all operations involving cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. On July 18th, Kuwait's main financial regulator, the Capital Markets Authority, issued a circular on the supervision and issuance of virtual assets in the country. In the circular, the CMA confirmed the commitment to absolute prohibition on major use cases and operations involving cryptocurrencies, including payments, investments, and mining. The circular also bans local regulators from issuing any licenses allowing firms to provide virtual asset services and commercial business. In the meantime, securities and other financial instruments regulated by the Central Bank of Kuwait and the CMA are excluded from the latest prohibitions. The announcement notes, apart from the prohibitions, the CMA also required customers to be cautious and aware of the risks associated with virtual assets. The regulator particularly flagged cryptocurrencies, arguing that they don't carry a legal status and are not issued or supported. The CMA added, it is not linked to any asset or issuer, and that the prices of the assets are always driven by speculation that exposes them to sharp decline. The penalties for violating Kuwait's anti-money laundering laws are stipulated in Article 15th of Law Number 106 of 2013. The regulator noted Kuwait's new regulations align with the country's measures to combat money laundering and terrorist. They always use this as the reasoning for trying to cancel crypto, as if they're protecting their people. It's all bullshit, guys. Kuwait's new regulations align with the country's measures to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. Finance those terrorists when you're trying to have financial freedom. the regulator stated. The CMA also referred to the conclusions of a study by the National Committee for Combating Money Laundering and Financing of Terrorism regarding the commitment to applying Recommendation 15 by the Financial Action Task Force. According to local reports, the CMA's crypto restrictions are part of a new interdepartmental crypto ban involving several supervisory authorities in Kuwait. Similar circulars have reportedly been issued by the Central Bank of Kuwait, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and the Insurance Regulatory Unit. That's a mouthful, I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, this sucks. If you're in Kuwait, I feel really bad for you. And I love how all of these regulating bodies always use the same bullshit. This is to protect from financing terrorists. This is to protect from money laundering and fraud. We're protecting you. We're protecting you. Don't bank yourself. We're here for you. You're not smart enough. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Moving on. Multiple spot crypto ETF applications go to Federal Register in step towards SEC approval. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, it's not a big nothing burger per usual. Publishing the ETF applications in the official journal of U.S. government gives the SEC up to 240 days until March of 2024, so a whole fucking year, for final approval or denial. Of course. So, what does this align with, guys? Oh, I don't know. The next bull cycle? It seems slightly orchestrated. If these get approved near the end of this time frame they have, it could be the perfect catalyst to the next bull cycle, which might be what they're planning. It seems a little too obvious, in my opinion. Spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund applications from several firms have been published in the Federal Register, moving them one step along in the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's process. According to the records updated July 19th, the Federal Register received notices of proposed rule changes allowing Bitcoin ETF applications from BlackRock, Fidelity, Invesco, Galaxy, VanEck, and WisdomTree. Publishing the applications in the official journal of the U.S. government gives the SEC a window of opportunity to accept or reject the request, extend the time allowed, or open the application for public comment. Extend the time allowed. Moving on, publication in the Federal Register was an expected step following the initial filing of the applications in June. Exchanges representing the firms filed amended applications naming crypto firm Coinbase as a surveillance sharing partner following reports the SEC considered the previous filings insufficient. The 5 applications followed one from Bitwise published in the Register on July 18th with a spot Bitcoin ETF application from Valkyrie expected on July 21st. These dates give the SEC an initial window of 45 days until early August to reach a decision, but the Commission has the option of extending the process, absolutely, for up to 240 days. Let's push this shit out until March 2024 for final approval or denial. The date the SEC has not approved a spot to date, the SEC has not approved a spot investment vehicle with direct exposure to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but began allowing ETFs linked to Bitcoin futures starting in 2021. In June, the Volatility Shares Trust launched a leveraged Bitcoin futures ETF, one of the first of its kind in the United States. The SEC has been under scrutiny from fellow regulators, lawmakers, and members of the public amid a federal court ruling suggesting the XRP token was not a security, and Chair Gary Gensler continued policy of regulation by enforcement action. Both Binance and Coinbase, among others, have been targets of lawsuits by the SEC. Thank you for this giant nothing burger of an article, Cointelegraph. All right, so all these ETFs have moved one step, I wouldn't say forward, but they have moved one step in the process that ETFs all go through. Whoop-de effing do. So now the SEC has to either deny, approve, or extend. So we're in the exact same spot. Thank you for that. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Is this a positive? Am I overreacting? Let me know. Nasdaq halts the launch of cryptocurrency custody services. Nasdaq said it remains committed to digital asset business development and will be monitoring market events in the near future. Global securities marketplace Nasdaq is halting the launch of its own cryptocurrency custody that it previously planned to roll out by the end of the second quarter of 2023. It suspended the launch because of regulatory risks in the United States. CEO Adina Friedman announced during the firm's Q2 results call. This quarter, considering the shifting business and regulatory environment in the United States, we have made the decision to halt our launch of the U.S. digital assets custodian business and our related efforts to pursue relevant license, Friedman stated. The Nasdaq CEO emphasized that the company remains committed to digital asset business development, stating, "We continue to build and deliver technology capabilities that position Nasdaq as a leading digital asset software solution provider to the broader global industry. This includes advancing our custody solutions as a technology platform to serve the broader global digital assets marketplace." Friedman also added that Nasdaq will closely monitor the market for potential regulatory events in the coming months. Nasdaq initially announced its crypto custody project in September of 2022. The firm had planned to launch an official division allowing customers to safely store Bitcoin and ETH. As of March 2023, the company has been moving forward with the plan, targeting a launch by the end of July, not happening now. The news comes as major cryptocurrency firms are also working to list spot Bitcoin ETFs on the Nasdaq exchange. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission is currently considering 2 spot Bitcoin ETF proposals under Nasdaq Rule 5711. Yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Outside of that, let's go. XRP, 81 cents. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin still at 30,292. Call it 30,003. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Guys, per usual, if you enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please by all means subscribe to the channel. Please turn on your little bell for notifications. Watch the videos, like the videos, please. Share the videos on all of your social platforms. Let's blow this channel up. Why not? Why not? I've been doing this long enough by myself with nobody watching. Let's get more people in here. Let's create a community. See this right here? Community. All right, guys. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.